Hello, always Dizzy here. I'd like to apologize for yesterday's stream. If any of you saw it, it was terrible. It was a combination of just terrible luck and me being whiny, which kind of go hand in hand. I've been on a terrible losing streak lately, but to make matters worse, in games that I was probably winning, Lead Chess, Lead Chess had a bunch of server restarts, and it always happened on my time, so I lost because of that. And then my internet kept cutting out, and I lost because of that. And it also just made the stream disconnect, and it was just not a good night for me. So I was really cranky, and I think rightly so. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to do Puzzle Streak to start before I play any games of 39. And am I live? I don't even know if I was live that whole time. I think I should have been. In any case, I'm not going to repeat all that. What were they saying? Oh yeah, so yesterday's puzzle streak went good. That's the only thing that did go well. I think it took me like 24 minutes or something, which is great. Great time for me. If I manage to do that again, I think I may increase to 40 as my new quota. We will see though. So I'm 2 minutes in here. Let's go. So I can take his bishop. Okay, I'm I don't like how slow I'm finding some of these. At the end of the day, it's not the slowness that I care about, or how quickly I do it. It's getting it done without screwing up. That's what matters more to me, the accuracy. There should be winning once my rook gets down in here. Should be just a mate in one. And you would think it's starting with a check, eh? But this is a little... And we bring in the other one. And then we're going to win the queen. If he goes to the back, it's going to be similar. Okay. Check. Just a mate in two, I think. Oh, that's a king. Okay, it's still a mate in two, but I thought that was a queen, or mate in three. I thought that was a queen. So I could take the queen and then take the rook. You take the good, you take the bad. Okay, and then that should be good. We're up a piece there. Mate. Mate in two. Discovery on his knight. Check. Mate in two. Mate in three. Oh. Yeah, I can still just take here. And then take. Okay, check. It's just mate in what? Mate in two? No, mate in three. No? Yeah, mate in three. Okay. So I can just take and then fork. Now, what if he doesn't recapture? Then I'm just at the exchange. And I was still threatening the fork anyways. Okay, we are black. Nobody's in the stream. It is a little bit of a later, slightly later stream today. Yeah, I think we're just going to grab this. He's going to be in check when I promote. Should be a mate because we end up with that. So I think we're going rook h1, king g2, bishop f1. So we're down a pawn. His queen is defending his rook here. Could his queen be overloaded? Oh, just c5. Just c5. Man. And I think we're taking the rook now. I'm just seeing if I have something better, but I don't think so. And I might be able to take on, I think it's taking on f6 and then we take the bishop. Or he's probably just going to sack the exchange here. Okay, he doesn't. Yeah, and then we'll take the bishop. And we are white. So we have a check here. If he blocks, we take and then mate. It's not mate. But then I can just trade queens and that's winning. And so everything else is winning. Okay, we are black. Wow, he's got two queens. Oh, we have a discovery. Wow, this just wins his queen. And I think we just take the queen here, because what else are we going to do? We do have a check. Actually, you would think the check would be just as good. No, the problem is after we take, then he has g3. So we just take. And hello, chess. Welcome back. Welcome back. So we can go queen b4, which gives us an extra piece. I don't know why I wouldn't like that. This might just be a stupid puzzle. It's just a stupid puzzle. Okay, so we have a check here. Material is equal. Yeah, let's look at the check. If he blocks with the queen. And I don't know what. Okay, this is oh. What do we like? What on earth do we have? Oh, we have a discovery on his rook. So I just have to make sure he doesn't have any good checks against me. He actually does have bishop f5, but then I can just come back at the very least. Yeah. Okay. That was a weird one, a discovery on the rook like that. Okay, so we are down a piece, so we essentially probably have to give checkmate, although this might be winning. Rook d7. That's probably the solution. Yeah, and we shall take. We are black. So let's look at taking, and then, oh, come on, our king is so good there. I don't think I have to, no, we're just taking. Ask questions later on this one. So now we have to calculate. So maybe, so king e5 or push. Everything looks like it should be winning. I kind of like getting the king active. And then if he takes, well, take with the pawn. And we're just too active there. You know, we're just too active. So yeah, I kind of like king e5. I want to try to refute the other moves. Like if I get the passed pawn, he comes back. My double pawns are not looking so hot. And if I take, see, this also looks very good. Yeah, this also looks very, very good. And that's a problem. But I'm wondering, like, if he defends it and then we have this little race. Yeah, I'm not, no, I like my original. We're going to go king e5. And then we have to reevaluate everything. I don't want to push for the same reasons as before, but taking now, has this changed anything? Not really. He's still quick in there. I think I still want to get my king active. I think I want to go king. This is a hard puzzle, but I think I want to go king d4. If he takes it, yeah, it's definitely king d4. Okay, that was a nice puzzle, but I think it's slightly underrated. Okay, so we have a check, and then we're winning his rook, I think. Okay, so we can attack his queen. So let's look at that. Seems like a whole lot of nothing. Oh, with threatening mate too. Oh, very nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we have a fork at the end. If takes, we have this check. We win the exchange. Is that good enough? Probably. Although I'm down the exchange to begin with. That has to be it, though. Yeah. I don't think I like this puzzle. I don't like that one. So we have a check on e6. He has one legal move. And then it's mate. So it's mate in 2. Long story short. And we are black. Okay, this looks interesting. Can I play f3? Breakthrough. If he takes, then he's got to be too slow. He does get a check, you know. He does get a check, but I don't think he's stopping it. And if he brings in his knight right away with check, he's very well, it's kind of the same thing. It's just a transpositional difference. Yeah, I don't think he's stopping. I think it's just f3. Okay. So his queen can't actually go anywhere. So I think it's just knight c6 and it's trapped. My knights just cover everything. So I'm just verifying. I don't don't see any counterplay or anything. Okay. So we can threaten mate with queen h3. He has an important check, though. This could be a problem. Actually, we take the rook. Yeah, because he has a serious threat here. He's threatening mate. So I think we take the rook. He recaptures. We take. He can't go here because of mate. So he has to give up the queen. And then I'll take the knight. And I should be at material at the end of that. Yeah, we take. And then, okay. So we are white. Okay, this is interesting. How do you find out? Chess says, how do I find out what type of player you are? I'll answer that after I finish this, because I am timing this in a way, and I'm getting near the end, but I'll try to answer that if I don't forget after. So king d5, he can't push because I'm just going to grab the pawn, and he's going to be too slow. And so what else is there for him to do? If he goes in front, I just go after his pawn. Now, if he defends it, no, it's just pushing the king up. Yeah, and then this is an interesting question. Do I go after his pawn immediately, or do I give a check? That is an interesting question. I actually think I go after the pawn immediately, because then his king's going to be a little bit farther away from this important square on f8, which is a key square. So I think I go after it immediately. Now, what if he pushes again? Well, no, that should be good. You see, he's farther away. He's farther away this way. If I give the check first. Oh, if I give the check first, and then go after it, there's a difference. He's closer, and he's actually going to get to this square. So we do have to go. Yeah, these are great endgames, but they're underrated because you really have to know your endgame theory here. So I could, this will put me up a knight, and we are white now. This looks hard. I think his knight is trapped. Okay, so we have a check. What if we start this way? Yeah, does that win? Like, takes check. I don't know about that. No. Yeah, so let's start with this check. King h8. Then if I go knight f7, he has to go rook f7. Oh, and then I can take, that's the answer. Then we have bishop h6. Yeah, we have bishop h6 here. Okay. I'm very happy with how I'm doing. I'm 17 minutes in. I think I'm getting better with the puzzles. Okay. We have no pieces. I could improve. Oh, this loses my queen. How do we win from here? If I could put him on another light square, that could be good. So what about this check? Because he needs to hang on to his rook, right? If he doesn't hang on to the rook, I take it with tempo that we should be able to like win from there. So this is the key move to recognize that he has to protect this rook. So he really only has, oh, sorry. Yeah, he has one move, and then my bishop can grab him. In fact, there's got to be a mate there. I don't even have to calculate it because, well, maybe I should have calculated it, but I wanted him on a light square. It's the point. And so if I go bishop f5, yeah, he can't hang on to it. Right. But the one scary thing though is that he then has a move. But that should be winning. And we take. Okay, that was, yeah, kind of a tricky one there. Okay. We're down a pawn. Oh my god, I think it's bishop f7. So he takes, right? Then we take the rook. Last one. This is one of my best I've ever done. So we are black. Yeah, this is one of the best puzzle streaks I've ever done. Okay, I think it might be taking because this pawn is about to promote, right? If he recaptures the pawn, then I'm taking a rook. If he takes my rook, then I recapture and then I push the pawn. So it's going to be taking. Yeah, and then taking. I'm just double checking, but yeah, we take and then we play c2 because he can't stop us from queening. And here, you don't take on b2 because he can stop us. Although, I wonder about knight c1. But knight c1, he has knight d2. Yeah, I mean, you just push c2. Okay, and I'm done. I'll get one wrong on purpose. No, wait. So that took me about 20 minutes. And I think I'm going to increase to 40 for the first time. I might regret this decision, and I can already see it. It's just taking here. And I'm going to end it there. I'll get one wrong on purpose now. We are black. I'll just go here. So, yeah. Wow, that was a great session. Took me about 21 minutes. Yeah, 21 minutes to hit. Well, I actually did 40 in that time, but 39. So I think I've gotten good enough with the puzzle streak to increase it by 1. And now 40 is going to be my new normal. Thank you, Chess. Yeah, it also depends like on the luck. Like this was a pretty, there were a couple tough ones in here, but not too bad. Sometimes they throw in some really crazy ones that are underrated. But yeah, increasing to 40. So I'm now going to do 40 puzzle streak every day at the start of my session, which will anger some viewers. But yeah, 40 per day. Okay, now to answer your question, how do you find out what type of player you are? Well, you should. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, I think. Like when you like, do you like to attack? Do you like if you like to attack, then you are an attacking or aggressive player. Do you like calm positions? It's really what you like. And what you're good at, which aren't always the same thing. So it's mostly what you play the most, and which tends to be it tends to be what you're good at. They usually are the same thing. So you're saying you're a mixed player. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I am not an aggressive player. I am very boring and solid, and I'm a perfectionist. That's why I always get into time trouble myself. Sometimes sometimes I attack. It's not like I'll never attack, But I'm not an attack. I'm not an aggressive player. I'm very defensive and I'm much more positional. I'm not tactical. I don't like and I hate dynamic positions. I like very solid positional type positions. Okay. Hello, John. So I'm going to play a game now. I warn you, my rating has fallen dramatically over the past couple of weeks, so be prepared. But here we are with a rapid game. You like the French? What, as a people, as a country? They're okay, I guess. A little snobbish. Okay, so speaking of the French, holy crap. Holy crap. Well, the timing on that. The timing on that couldn't have been better. Okay, so here we go. It's the French. And the timing on that was crazy. Okay. You like the French? Here, I'll give you the French. Is what that felt like to me. Okay. No, bishop e3 rather. And I am new. I mean, I've been playing this for maybe a year now, the knight c3 line. I used to play knight d2. Oh, I have never seen this. And it looks scary. That looks scary. I almost want to play a4, but there's no need to defend it. Because I can just take it. So that's an interesting move. It's interesting too because my knight can't really go to e2 because it's serving a role. So that's an interesting move. I might just want to castle here. So maybe bishop e2. I wonder about bishop d3, and then let him play c4, and then just bring the bishop back. But it cost me a tempo. So it doesn't really make sense. I'm just going to put it on e2, and then castle and attack is my plan. Okay, so he wants b5. So now a4 is looking to make more sense. Although, can he still just play b5? No. But what I don't like about this is it allows, like, he might just play queen a5, supporting b5 again. That's one thing. Although that won't quite work because I'm hitting his queen. And the other thing I don't like is knight b4. I don't like his knight getting in there. But I think I'm going to play it though, because he can't, his knight doesn't really do anything on b4. Right? So we will allow it. Okay, and let's take with the knight. Oh, he's got queen b. No, I don't know what he has, but let's just play it. Yeah, so if queen b6, queen b7, that looks strange. I don't know what that is about. I might just castle here, unless that's if maybe he's waiting for me to do something that that could be the case. To be honest, he might be waiting for me to castle and he's baiting me into it. He's a master, but no. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that's what it is. Like castle's queen b6 could be an issue. Could I trap his queen? Could I go queen d2? Yeah. I don't really like queen b6 if I castle. Should I entertain the idea of taking? I don't really like this. I guess I could play b3, but then this gets weak. What about queen d2 first? Then he's got this pin again. Yeah, that's the real downside to that. I'm wasting a lot of time here, I know. But yeah, castle's queen b6. Okay, I might end up losing this pawn, but I need to get my king safe. So I might play rook f3 if he plays queen b6. He plays bishop c5, similar issue. Yeah, so again, maybe rook f3. There's queen d2. Yeah, this is... I still always have rook f3. Okay, let's play this. Yeah, I don't know this opening. So queen b6 now, rook f3. If he takes on b2, I don't know. Yeah, is this something? Getting spanked here. Yeah, I'm not sure about this a4 move. I think a4 was bad. Okay, we're gonna go rook f3. So queen b2, and I guess I'm going rook b1. Oh, he takes first. I don't know why I thought, okay, that's resigns. Okay, I'll go straight to the engine on that. I think a4 was my mistake. I think that was the problem. I don't know why I thought rook f3 saved me. Yeah, so he played a perfect game. I think, no, so a4 was actually okay, apparently. So this is rook b8. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that. Yeah, a4 is okay, so it was just the rook f3. I played fine except for rook f3. So it's saying I could have done anything. Like, oh yeah, so we can I could have just had an x-ray defense, rook f d1 or rook a d1. So no, not anything. I had 3 moves, but I didn't think of this x-ray defense for some reason. And there was a5, which I considered briefly. But only like too briefly, obviously. This would trap his queen. Yeah, so this was just a blunder. Okay, I'm going to play another one. So that was just a silly blunder. We are black against the English. Okay, let's go e6. Okay, and we shall castle. I'm not going to take the knight yet because I would like him to waste time playing a3. So I could play b6 or d6. Okay, let's go d6 today. Both are fine. Or either is fine. And it's possible that b6 was better, but maybe b6 now. And this, so bishop d3, bishop b7. Oh, you go, okay, yeah, that's fine too. And now I might want to take this knight before he moves somewhere, and then I can't trade off my bishop. So that, yeah, let's take now. So queen takes c3. Oh, okay, he takes that way. Okay. And he might want to do this a4 maneuver. This is always annoying, and this is kind of annoying. So knight bd7, or can I go e5? Oh, maybe knight c6. So knight c6. If e5, then knight a5. Let him take it, then grab that later if I can. Is an idea. Or maybe I just would I want to take? No, not really. No, knight c6 looks quite lovely, but I don't think it's optimal. So I could go knight bd7. I could also go queen e8. Both of these moves help support this. Yeah, so I think either, okay, let's go knight bd7. Yeah, I think either queen e8 or knight bd7 are good there. So now I think he's either going to play a4 or queen b3. Queen b3 is always annoying. It's always annoying. Okay, he goes there. Now, a5 is fine, but the computer I was looking at, there's some complex lines that I can't remember. So I wonder if I should just play a5, but there's some complex lines where you allow a6. But I don't remember. I don't. Oh yeah, but it's interesting though. But there's some complex lines there. I think it's when this knight is still on b8. Okay, so yeah, so he's going for this because so now he's playing very well. This guy, by the way, he seems to know what he's doing. So he's threatening c5. Because my bishop is under attack. I could maybe go bishop d4, and then we could go for that. I'm going to actually go for that, and I will take on f3. This is a very dangerous file to open up. Actually, I wonder if I should consider queen e8. So queen e8, let him take, is definitely an idea. And I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to go queen e8, let him take me, and then I don't know if I want to take with the knight or the pawn. Yeah, so here I could take with the rook or the knight. I could also take his bishop, which might be the better move. Or is it any different? No, okay, let's take with the knight, I guess. Ooh, it's tough. I like everything. How do you choose? Okay, I'm just looking at like queen g6 stuff here. Like I'm looking at taking and then check immediately. It almost works. I could save the bishop. Probably I just want to trade it. It's just this. What a lovely bishop, though. You know. I don't really want to give that up, but I will. And then go for the kill. So queen h5. Does he have e5? Actually, maybe we should play e5. No, I can't play e5. Okay, let's attack. Yeah, so if e4, I might just play f4, or actually I might, well, okay, he's scared. I could go here, and then I'm threatening e5, so maybe rook a d8. Okay, I am going to do that, rook a d8. And eventually I'd like to get my f rook into the game. That seems like a bit, I guess that's fine. Wow, he's quick, eh? He really knows what he's doing. Um, can I still play e5? Fe. No, I can't. G5? Maybe king h8? Seems very slow, but then I can do stuff down here maybe. Okay, let's do that. Let's go king h8. Wow, this guy really knows what he's doing though. Jeez. Why is everyone so good? I don't understand. Okay, can I go d5? Okay, we're gonna go d5 because if I recapture, knight e4 could be good. I know it's weird to get rid of his weak double pawn, but yeah. So I'm gonna go here. It's just so quick, eh? So if I go knight e4 and he takes, then I could take. That should be playable. Yeah, let's do that. Wait, yeah. So if he takes on d4, we take on, we take here. So what's he thinking about here? I mean, come on. That was weird. And so I have this weak c pawn, which he immediately goes after. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to beat this guy. He just plays instantly, and he plays well. It feels underrated to me. So maybe c5. And it's a very scary move because now my b pawn is weak. Hits my rook. He's so quick. Okay, let's try to stay active. This would be an educational game to look at, though, win or lose. So I'm happy about that. Okay, so I could trade off a pair of rooks. And then come in here. Yeah, that's very double-edged. I might as well, I mean, it's very double-edged. Do I have back rank issue here? Okay, I don't know. I'll do this one first. Actually, there's a very interesting move after king h2. I could put a rook here. Is that winning? Is that winning? Rook c2. That looks like it might be winning. We have to be careful about his c pawn here. So he comes back, he sees it. Well, come on, who's going to see that? That was a really weird tactic too. I don't know, man. Okay. So if I take, check, boom. And then I take, I'm a little bit better there. I'm surprised he saw that tactic. I mean, I'm really surprised he saw that. If I take here, you can take with the king and I don't have anything. No, I still, I do. The problem is if he takes with the rook. So I'm going to take this way. So It'll actually be equal after this. I'm really surprised he saw that tactic. Yeah, he's gonna win now on the clock. Yeah, no, I can't believe he saw that. I can't believe it. You can probably get this one. There he goes for it. He's right there. Should be equal, but out flag. Can't believe he saw that tactic. I can't believe I saw it, and I'm still not 100% sure it works, but I think it did. Stormy outside. I don't know. I don't have time to look at that. Probably that was not good. Because these pawns are strong. Sorry, I can't stop thinking that he saw that tactic. It was such an unusual one. This guy's so good. Do we have a perpet? I think we have a perpet. Oh my God, we don't. Okay, let's push. So if he goes here, he might have to go for the draw now, but I'm under major time pressure. Okay. I always have this if he keeps pushing. Oh, shit. Okay, he can't. Okay, he takes. And then I'll flag as I always do every single game. I still just can't believe he saw that. He just saw everything. He saw that tactic. I can't believe he saw that tactic. Can't believe it. Might have a perpet here now. I must have a perpet here. You're going to tell me I don't have a perpet? You're going to tell me I don't have a perpet? Okay. I don't know. That was a tough game. I thought I played extremely well. So did my opponent. He played very well. I just can't believe he saw that tactic. I just can't believe he saw that. Oh, he played very, very well. We'll see. Maybe the computer doesn't agree, but... So this guy used to be 2,400. Or, yeah, he beat an IM. So yeah, his peak was 2353 on rapid, and then 2292 on blitz. So yeah, I could feel his strength. Oh. Okay, so the tactic I was talking about was, yeah, this guy's underrated 100%. I feel that game was like at least a 2200 level game. I don't know why it's 2040. But yeah, here. So the tactic I keep talking about was if king h2, I was thinking about going rook 1 d2. And if his queen moves, then I take his rook. And then if rook c2, that's what I wasn't sure about. He might have had rook c2. So rook c2, I'd take on f3. And then he goes rook takes d2. So he might have been... No, then I'm winning, right? Because then I take back, he takes, and then I'm up a queen. So, am I up a queen? No, I'm not. So maybe that wouldn't have worked. Right, king h2, unless maybe would it work if I moved the other rook? Probably not. It'd be no different. Or would it? Oh, I would have back rank issues, I think. Oh, it's really complicated. Yeah, if I had brought the other rook down, he takes this one, I would have back rank issues. So, no, I think I was right to consider this one. And then after rook c2, yeah, I don't think this leads to anything, because then he just takes. Okay, so maybe it didn't work, but I'm surprised he thought it worked, and then he defended against it, and then this should be a draw, but then he started to make. I didn't know. Yeah, this was a good try because I didn't know what to do here. I considered letting him push the pawn, but that could ultimately be dangerous. So I took and. Yeah, he almost flagged me, but then he ran into a perpet. So let's take a look at that with the engine so that it can poke holes into everything I said. He played so quickly. Okay, looks like there was a blunder here. The rook d1 was apparently a blunder. Apart from that, pretty good. We both made one blunder here with that rook d1 move. So that's, I think, yeah, so this was all fine. I was a little bit better out of the opening. So, yeah, I was curious. So, had he played queen b3, I guess anything would have been fine. I always struggle with that move, though. And or even queen b3 now, actually, is what I was worrying about. But I guess it's not a problem. See, it's saying queen e8, but this is always annoying. No, I guess we were fine there. Yeah, so taking was correct. Oh, I missed queen a4. How did I miss that? Oh my God. Totally missed queen a4. Silly. Okay, but and then I'm curious about this. That was a well-played game, though. That was really a well-played game. So all three of us missed a4. So rook d1 is a mistake. Why? So it's saying he can take and then king h2. And what's the problem? There might be, oh, I think this is the problem. If I take on c5, there's this, no, but can't I just come back? So, okay, so if I take on c5, so queen c4, so I just have no way to save the pawn. It's just as simple as that. Okay, yeah, and he's safe here. Hey, I thought if he did something like this, I thought I could come in here. But apparently not, because he's going to threaten back rank mate. Now, let's just say I did this, and let's just say I had like a free tempo in here. Well, not there, but let's just say, I don't know, here. That's not even a good move here, but let's say here. Yeah, then queen a1 would have been okay, but unfortunately, by the time I get there, there's a back rank issue I have to worry about. So, yeah, that's very easy to miss. So, but it was still or here rather. Yeah, so it wants me to take, and I was thinking about it. I didn't know if there would be a difference. Yeah, and then here, was it here? Yeah, here I was thinking, no, where was it? Here, if king h2, yeah, this is winning. Oh no, oh my God, why did I think that? Of course he had to come back. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. I don't know why I thought he could go king h2. Okay, so the main thing that I take away from this game is just taking on a4. Like, I should have seen queen takes a4. The other stuff is not so obvious, but I should have seen the pawn on a4. Okay, play another one. (1954) opponent. Nasser is his name, and I'm sensing a dragon. No, and the Najdorf is his game. Okay, are we going to see this annoying move? No. So I have a trick against this that I'm trying to remember. I think it's knight d5. Yeah, there's a trick here. Now, if he takes the pawn, white wins. It's game over. So can he resist the temptation? He can. He finds the best move. I think we take. I think taking is best. Can I play you unrated? Why unrated? Yeah, I recall taking is best, and then I forget. I forget what after. It might be a4. I actually think it's a4, and I'm gonna just play it purely off of memory, 100% off of memory. Okay, b4, and I think there's something fancy here. I can't remember if it's a5. I'm pretty sure a4 was right. But there's a move here that I can't remember. I think it might actually be queen d2, attacking this, and then we're prompting him to play a5 so we can get the bishop in. But what I'm worried about is d5. But maybe I just take. And it gets very messy. So I don't know about that. I don't know if it's queen e2. Oh, is it c4? I remember like something like this. No, that seems completely wrong. I do. I'm conflating this with some other. Yeah, I remember there's a funky move here, a funky looking move. Well, what's your rating, chess? I think I am going to. It also might just be c3. Could be. Yeah, I don't know. Queen d2, d5. Takes. Okay, yeah, let's do that. My king is exposed too. You don't want to lose points. Your blitz is 1400. How old are you, chess? Because that's a huge discrepancy. You're older. So and he does play this, which is what we wanted in life. That was the dream scenario. So now we just go bishop b5. Possibly knight b5. Because we're hitting d6 and we're threatening this. So kid in a candy store here. He could bring the king up, but then we have, I don't know. That's probably not good for him. I guess he could bring the queen back, but that's still probably good for us. So this check looks nice as well. If he blocks with the bishop, I don't know. I'm actually going to go with the knight. I'm really curious to look at this after the game, though, because a5 I'm sure is bad. So I'm curious what we do if he plays d5. I'm happy I'm remembering some of my prep. I prepped this years ago. So it burnt. That's why I use so much of my time, because I prepped this years ago. I'm trying to remember everything. Oh, you're close to 24. Oh my God, you could be my son or daughter. Oh, okay. I just missed that completely. It shouldn't bother me at all. It doesn't bother me. So I think I'm just going to go rook d1. I don't care about that pawn. That's irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. And this is a mistake too. So he gives me his rook, and I think I'm just going to take that rook. Plus it opens up b5 for my bishop. And maybe I should consider the check, except it lets his knight get developed. I should probably just take the rook and be happy. There might have been something better, but that's good enough for now. And I'll probably come straight back to b6 once he allows me. Now, I could pin him, but then nothing. My knight can always come back. I actually have a check though. And so I will come back. If he goes to c7, I have another check. I could also hit his queen, and his queen is almost trapped. So this is actually, it also allows bishop b6 amongst other things. So this is quite strong. Obviously this check looks good too. Everything looks good. He comes in here. I kind of want this. I think I actually want this. So queen a2, and then I can go check, and I can take this one. I'm actually going to do this. except there is queen c3. So okay, no, I'm going to go check. Yeah, otherwise there's queen c3. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Okay, so if he goes to d7, then probably bishop b5 with the pin. And if he goes to d8, probably the check. Should be winning. And if he goes to b7, then maybe, yeah, then maybe here, because we're threatening mate in a couple. If he goes to b8, probably same thing. We're getting in on the light squares. So this went very well. Yeah. A line I prepped years ago. Okay, so he does go here. And what was it going to do? I already forgot. Oh yeah, I was going to go bishop b5. Okay, let's do that. And then maybe I'll put the queen on c4, but he always does bishop b7. In fact, he might just go bishop b7 right now. But I have another check, which does nothing, except I can come back in here again and be a little annoying. I think I might actually do that. So let's go check. If we go somewhere other than, okay, he did go there. So now I'm hitting here. Oh yeah, I didn't like this before because of this. Okay, maybe I should just castle. Then he doesn't have, then queen c3 doesn't hit as hard. So let's do that. Let's castle. And if he can still play queen c3, but then I have this. Okay, and I still might go check. What about here? And then take. I could do that. No, let's go check. If he walks into the pin, then maybe his queen is getting trapped here now. Now we go rook b1. So now we go rook b1. And I think we're winning his queen now. Yeah, queen should be fully trapped. And I could do it this way, or I could go rook a1. This seems more immediate. I'm sure both moves are fine. I'm just checking. Actually, both moves take just as long. So we'll go here. Both moves would take 2 moves because he had queen a2 last move. And so we'll bring the other rook in. Okay. So his queen is now gone. And I can attack that rook. And then I'll probably take here. So if it goes rook a8, I could attack it again, but I might, okay, if it goes rook a8, take. Okay, so we'll take that pawn. And then we'll take this. Okay, he gets out of this pin. I'm going to attack his rook because this also frees up the d5 square for my queen. That's actually checkmate. No, it's not checkmate. It's nothing, but it's a check. Okay, actually what this does is gives me the knight. So he has to go queen f or king f6, and then I take the knight now. And then we recapture. And of course he won't resign. I mean, he should have resigned on move 7. There we go. Okay. So I'm mostly curious about after like the queen d2 move. That's what I'm curious about. So let's take a look at that with the engine. And this was years old prep that I got to unleash. And look at that graph. That's what we want to see. That's what we want. 11 viewers. Hello, viewers. If you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. Yeah, that's what we want to see. That's what I just want one of these types of games once in a while. Is that too much to ask instead of me being on the other end? Okay. So the one inaccuracy I made was here with the rook d1. It's saying bishop d4. I guess bishop d4 wins his queen. Didn't see that. That would have been quicker. Okay, so I think... Oh, e6 is actually... Wait, what? Yeah. No, I think e6 is best. So I get tied with knight fd7. And then a4. Yeah, a4. So I'll load this up in CPT and I'll show you my prep. So I'm just going to update this and then I'll show you the position. This is a position I was running earlier today that I just want to get into the system. Okay, so he played b5 here, right? Okay. So yeah, so knight d5. So this is the other good move for black, but it's you know, it's plus 1.2, right? Which I should update. But who's going to ever play that? So yeah, e6 takes. So a4 was right. I guess bishop d3 is also good. Oh no, rook c1. Oh yeah, rook c1 is the weird idea I was talking about. I think it's to help. Oh yeah, remember I was telling you there's a weird move? The idea is rook c1, c4, and then you have an x-ray on c8. I forgot about that. Yeah, rook c1. That was the weird move I was thinking of. So yeah, if he takes him, he just take with the rook. Is pretty easy. So he pushed. And then queen d2 is the right move. So I remembered correctly. But yeah, d5. Yeah, look at my notes here. I remembered everything correctly. And then the d5, I guess I never ran. So I'll run that now. I guess it's almost +3. It actually wants to castle here, which I would never castle. Like I never would have castled. I probably would have taken on d5, which is the third best move here, which you can't see because my head is covering it. In this box, the engine is running. I'll show you. Boom. Boom. But yeah, I guess d5 is still just losing. So I'm going to let that run for an hour or so, and we'll get back to the game. Boom. So yeah, and then I wasn't sure was bishop. So the knight is the better piece to come in because we have a couple of big threats here. If it was bullet, I would have went in with the bishop. That's the most natural move, like instantly thinking about. Yeah, totally missed queen takes b2, but that's again, that pawn is completely irrelevant. And I just missed bishop d4 here. I missed that. Everything else was good. Okay, let's play another one. Okay, white again. It's very stormy out. Another French. Oh God, I got spanked in that earlier French. Same opening. Is this the same guy? I think it's... Is this the same guy? No, it's a different guy. The other guy was Lolly Dolly. Okay. Same opening, though. Exact same opening. Now, I'd love to see Queen B6 because for some reason a lot of people play it and that's not a good move. Okay, he doesn't play it. This seems weird though. Can't I just take? I think I'm just going to take. Ask questions later on this one. That's just free pawn. Oh, so if he goes 97, I was going to play B4, but he does have B4 protected. So what? Yeah, we're taking that. And he'll take with the king, and I could castle and check. Actually, this is not so easy to defend, or maybe it is. Okay, so I was thinking about castling here. Then he's going to play king c7. Otherwise, I could play rook d1. No, I think I am going to castle here because it's the quickest way for both my rooks to play. If I played rook d1, I then have to castle and then move the rook again. So I think this might be more efficient. So he's almost mated here now. He has one move. Yikes. So check king b8 in his little hidey hole. And then we have knight d6, but I'm not so sure about it. Everything is good, you know? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I might double up first. Wait for him to kick me out. I think I might want to double up here. So, although then he has bishop e7. And he's untangling. Okay, do I have something like knight a3? Maybe knight a3? He has knight a5. Yeah, I like rook d2, but I don't like bishop e7. Okay, let's do it though. Let's do it. Okay, so bishop e7, I will just double up. I'm concentrating my forces. He doesn't. He plays a super slow move of h6, which makes no sense. I couldn't ask for a better move for him to play. And yeah, I will just double up here. Slowest move in the world. Why would you? Wow, it's such a gift. And now he plays bishop e7. Okay. Oh, he was scared of this. Okay, no, never mind. It had some merit. He was scared of knight g5. Okay, so now what? So if I go knight here, he has to take, and we'll do that. We'll play that, and then we'll take with the c pawn. I guess I could have done this immediately. I could have just done this instead of my doubling up. So I probably want to take this to C pawn, but if I take with the E pawn, I give my knight a square to play, which I kind of like. And he'll probably play bishop d7, and then after takes, that might be okay. If I do it this way, okay, yeah, I could also take it with a rook. Why am I not considering that? That might make the most sense. Okay, yeah, let's take with the rook. Although, actually, I don't know. I'm having second thoughts here because he's got king c7. I kind of regret that a little bit. Shit. Okay. Okay, so knight d4. Knight d2, b5. That I can take en passant. Yeah, maybe knight d2 here. Oh, I always forget about this. But then I'm coming in here. Let's do that. Okay, knight d2, knight a5, knight e4. Yeah, I don't know about the rook d6. What? A2? Okay, so we take on c4. Oh, he wants this. I don't know. Maybe. I feel that's good for me. I might take it. And if he takes on a2, I just no, that can't be good. So yeah, so he wants to go to d5. And I don't really mind that. I just move the bishop and then play bishop e3. No, he goes for that. Crazy. Yeah, so I guess he can still get there. Oh, maybe it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. So I could move the knight or the bishop. If I move the knight, I have c4. But I'm going to have to move the bishop anyways. So let's do that. And then after knight d5, I have knight e3. But he's really done fine for himself here. He untangled. Am I even up a pawn? I'm up a pawn. Okay, so we shall continue with the plan. I have to start playing quicker now. He might bring this bishop to c6. Later. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Sorry for the swearing, but Jesus Christ. I just blundered. But where is he going to go? To g6. I have almost a mate threat. Check. But then he's okay. Yeah, I was going to do this, but he also has b5. That was a blunder. Oh man. Just missed f4. I blew that. What a crushing position. I screwed up. Okay, so I'm assuming knight g6 or knight h5. Maybe knight h5. I can't believe I blundered that pawn. That was an important pawn. Here? It's still looking good for me, though. Yeah, we take... Actually, why didn't I take there first? I 100% should have done that. It was a tuition dog. I can do it now. I should have done that before. It does let us... Okay, well, yeah, we will take there. I should have done that last move, though. Okay, so we're threatening check. So he has rook d8, I think. I have this. I also have a check here, which doesn't... Oh, yeah. If he goes rook d8, do I have... I might have had this. I would have. Okay, so I still have this check, and then I can come in here. Is that winning? Not immediately. Very close to being winning. Okay, let's just come in this way. Oh, that is almost close to almost winning there. Okay. Yeah, I keep looking at it. It was very interesting coming here, you know. Yeah, that might have been winning. I can't stop thinking about it. Had I gone check. And then here. That would have been winning, wouldn't it have? Would it, though? Because I can't actually take... I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. Okay, so I'm threatening knight b6 here. I have no time on the clock. So knight b6. So he just defends it. Then maybe I come in here. It's an idea. Okay, well, I was going to do that anyways, so if he pushes, yeah, I'll give a check. Or I might give a check here. Actually, I guess I could just take it. So, okay, so if he defends it, that's what he's going to do one of these ways. He's going to defend it, and now I don't have c4 to play with. But I can just attack it. Yeah, he can defend it again. But I'm just making moves because I have no time. If he does this, I might have c4. Yeah, I think I have c4. And if he takes, I have this check. Hello, Alex N. So this rook is so inactive. That's what's keeping me going here. Oh, fuck. I mean, as soon as they say it, really? Okay, well, let's protect it. He can come here, but I had to... Okay, we'll go check. Okay, I'm up a pawn. I'll be up a pawn, but it should be equal. But I'll flag. He could get trapped here. His rook could get trapped. Okay, it won't get trapped, but actually he's got this after, hey? Okay, so let's trade. 2 pawns for 1. I'll give him 2. He gives me 1. Okay, will I get this one? Should be a draw if I don't flag. Can't believe he survived that. I was completely winning. He defended very well, honestly. So he deserves the draw. panicking a little here. He might. Oh, no, he can't. What am I talking about? Ooh. Okay. Pawns are meant to be pushed. We can... Might as well take that just to be safe. And then bring in the king. I won't... Even if... Yeah, I'm 100% flagging here. Wow. Ah, the guy tried to flag me. Screw you. Screw you. No shame. No shame. Gets his points by trying to flag. Eat those pre-moves. Eat them. Stupid flagger. Ugh. Oh, sorry. But it's just stupid because I lose 90% of my points from people trying to flag me. It's just stupid. Okay. No, he defended well, very well, because I was winning, completely winning out of the opening. And I don't know, I couldn't have asked for a more crushing position, but I just couldn't get it done. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is just a mistake, right? He just gives me a pawn. And then it's crushing. Just crushing. Come on, this is move 12. But then I just couldn't do it. Yeah, I don't know. Was this too slow? I'm not sure about the rook d6. So I missed this, right? I missed knight d2, I think. Can he play? Does he have the here? He might have a6 there. No, maybe not. I'm not sure if he does have a6. Abanoob says knight d6. Knight d6, yeah, maybe. Maybe. It's similar to what happened in the game. He takes it, though. So I tried to build this up. And I don't know if I should have taken him with the rook. I was considering taking this way or this way, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't sure about it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious what the computer will say. And then I dropped the F pawn. That's where I let him get back in. I should not have let him take that. That was dumb. Big blunder allowing this. I'm still probably better, but should not have dropped the F pawn. And then I think this was a big mistake. I don't know why he played that. This was such a mistake. I don't know why he didn't move his knight. Really weird. Really strange. And earlier, I think I should have taken this immediately. Oh, no, I guess it didn't matter. It didn't matter because he has to recapture, right? So it didn't matter. And yeah, then I brought in the knight. And I was probably always better, but it required more work than it should have. Yeah, okay, let's take a look at that with the engine. It was equal in the middle. Probably when I dropped the F pawn. Oh man. Sorry, the lead chess is a little slow here. Come on, you can do it. Finish up. You got like 6 moves to go. Well, I guess more than 6. It was a pretty long game actually. That was 91 moves. Oh, because he wouldn't resign. Okay. So okay, so I mean everything is winning. It is suggesting knight g5. I considered it, but I thought he just had c6. And it's saying knight f7. Yeah, I don't know. This is murky. I don't care. I mean, come on. Yeah, this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is just where I get into time trouble. And yeah, anything is fine here. So this was all fine, but I blundered just... Oh, wait. You know, the F pawn was actually not even... It's still a mistake, though, even if it was fine because I had some tactics against it. I didn't see it, so it's a mistake for that reason alone. My actual blunder was g3, believe it or not. So it wants to take on b5, let him take on g2, and then I guess I can just keep attacking here. I guess that makes sense. So it's scary though, because if he manages to hang on, then he's got this h pawn to run with. So I don't know. It was not so obvious. Yeah. So yeah, I think really it's the f pawn. I shouldn't have let him take the f pawn. Like I shouldn't have missed that. I'm gonna play another one. Okay, this is a newish account. Everyone with their new accounts. So it could do a lot here. Like I could play a6, but I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, let's castle. Maybe I should have considered knight c6 because there is d4. We'll play knight c6 now. And might as well play a6. I know he's already... Okay, yeah, let's do it. d5 is the other move. But let's play a6. Okay, somebody wants f4. So I think d5 now. So we'll go d5, bishop a2, or I guess he might take first. And And you can take with either the knight or the pawn. I usually take with the pawn, though, so that's to keep things consistent. And probably bishop a2. Abanoob says, how do I study chess? I study everything. 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 Okay, maybe h6 in these positions. It tends to be a thing. I'm going to play h6 and then maybe bishop d6 next move. I guess I can't do that, or can I? I can because I have this discovery. So let's do that. And yeah, so queen f3. So I have knight d4, winning a tempo. And I think I'm going to play that. So he has to go back to d1. And then maybe this is often a computer's idea, is to go b5, even just b5, b4. And I might just do that, b5. And not overthink it. Pre-move this, okay. So if I ignore it and I play b4, I don't like b4 because he can take. I don't really want to take here because his queen gets in. I could actually offer a rook trade. Should my bishop be doing something? Okay, maybe we'll go here. One thing though is this knight can sometimes come in here, although in this case I don't know if it can. But that is an annoying move. I could also maybe go queen or bishop c7 and then create this. That is an interesting idea. Except then it doesn't work once I go here. No, it does, right? Okay, let's try that. I've never done this before. Oh wait, there's still this, right? Which I'm unsure about. I don't know what I think about those double pawns. What about if I go knight f4, knight f5? Okay, let's try knight f5. I don't know what I'm doing with that, but I don't know what he's going to do about it either. I don't know. It's closer to his king. That's only my only reasoning. So he never could have done this because I guess he gets it back. Fuck. Sorry. I'm stupid. I didn't yeah, that's why he moved the knight, because I didn't previously it worked because I would have taken the knight. So here I just lost a pawn and my dignity. I lost a pawn and my dignity. At least I have some open lines, but that was, I missed that. And I just dropped my queen. I'm pissed. I'm not happy. I'm angry. I'm not happy. Okay, let's trade queens. Oh, that's so... I can't believe I did that. I'm so angry at myself. Oh my lord. I often run into trouble with this opening, and it's the stupidest opening. Um, that's why it hurts so bad. I can't believe I dropped that pawn. Ugh. It's because I had that tactic earlier. This guy loves this knight h2 move. Well, it's worked well for him so far. So I could offer a trade. I could also come in here. This might win a pawn. I might have won a pawn here. So I got a pawn back, I think. Small victory. I don't know what this guy is doing. This guy had a love affair with knight h2. He's played this like 3 times this game. Yeah, I'll grab that. I'll grab that. So, yeah. And do we have tricks? Check. Do we have tricks after this? Probably not. Almost. Very almost. Very almost. So I think I'm going to pop into here. This allows rook e5, but then I'm winning his rook. So let's do that. I think he needs to move his bishop. So there he goes. Okay, but you know what? His rook's getting a little passive there. So he might have to go to c7. But he's fine on c7. I guess I could challenge him then. Okay, let's try that. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? I don't want to take this because those central pawns. Okay, okay, I'll take it, but I don't want to take it because his central pawns are good here. And then I guess rook e8. Okay, rook e8. C4 question mark? Is this a thing? No. Here? Okay, F5, he's coming in here. G5. Wait, what am I doing? He can't move like that. Oh, this seems bad though, you know. Okay, okay. I have very mixed feelings about this F5 move. Yeah, here I was going to push. And that's the reason I played F5. I didn't want him after rook c1, or rook c1, c4. I didn't want him playing e4. That's why I played f5. And now we're going to enjoy these light squares. If he plays b3, I just take. This is the question. And I was considering taking. But he gets this passed pawn. I actually think I should keep the bishop on board, but I feel there's a chance I might be able to outplay him in rook and pawn ending. My endgames are fairly good, so I'm gonna. But then again, his central pawns are so strong. But we have the majority here. But time to get the king active. And now a5. I want to get a passer. The alternative is to get my king, continue to get it active here. If he plays e4, I could either push or I could take, but then that loses it doesn't lose. Okay. Messy. Okay, yeah. Let's go a5. Oh my god, my clock. That's a big question. Okay, we shall push here. His king is a little active here, but he can't go there yet. I mean, technically he can, but I just wish my king was more active. If it was here, then we're looking good. But my king is so far back. Okay, so if he goes rook c1, he doesn't. So now that's a mistake. Now my king gets active. Now my king is active. He has to activate his king, but I should be able to hold a draw here. He let my king get active. And he does come in, and I'll keep my king active. He might go rook a1. In fact, I should have considered this. Yeah, we want... Oh, crap. Okay. Okay, let's try this. It's getting complicated here. So this check wins this pawn for me. So f4 is a threat. I'm so low on the clock here. So check, boom, boom, boom. We will... I am actually going to take it, because this could be a problem for him. It's an outside passed pawn. And now I'm trying to get these two. I could almost push this immediately, but might as well take that. So now he's got to deal with these two pawns. Okay, let's push this. Oh, I'm wasting so much time here. This could be a problem for me. That's mate. Okay, we stop this one. Here. See, that's what I'm saying. These two pawns are a little bit of a headache for him. Okay. He's going to get two pawns here. So it's a Philidor. It's a Philidor. Actually, he's not. I thought he's winning this. He's not. Oh, can I do this in 21 seconds? The answer is no. Oh, I'm so stiff. Oh. Okay, cut him off here. Cut off the king, so Philidor won't work. So he doesn't have a Philidor anymore. I think this is winning now, but I won't be able to do it in 21 seconds. I can't do it, but I prevented the Philidor. 17 seconds. What the hell? Oh, I'm so tense. It's so stressful. It's so stressful. It took me a whole second to make that move. Okay, so we zigzag up. That's the technique, and we keep his king cut off. That's how you stop the Philidor. One way to stop it. So we're going to do this all the way, and then this is the Lucina. And in 11 seconds, I'm not going to be able to do Lucina. So you have to build a bridge. So you zigzag up too. So it's going to be building a bridge. In 10 seconds, Lucina. Oh, that's actually a good try, what he did here. So you build a bridge. Actually like this. That's the bridge. It's all technique. And he will flag me. But I have the moral victory. Right? Because I played that perfectly. I played that absolutely perfectly. Prevented a Philidor, got a Lucina, build the bridge in the Lucina. Pitch perfect under time pressure. I did a ton of endgame study. Endgames are pretty amazing. Like, I love theoretical endgames. And now, for my next trick, I made a video of this about how to pre-move checkmate and how to do it in 1 second. So I'm going to pre-move every move here. And that, well, here I'm not going to anymore because, and then I might make a video of this because this is just awesome, this win. And then look at that. Come on. That endgame technique was beautiful. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just very proud because I just nailed that under so much time pressure. I love my end games. Oh, that was beautiful. So yeah, so that's why I traded my bishop for his knight. I traded my bishop for his knight because I told you my end games are pretty good, right? And then so it was a rook and pawn end game. And then I had an advantage out of that. I had the extra pawn. It was a possible Philidor. He almost had a Philidor defense, but I cut off his king, prevented the Philidor, transitioned to a Lucina, and then I did a perfect Lucina. Perfect Lucina, was building the bridge. Everything is perfect. And then did a pre-move of queen against king. Beautiful. Mwah, mwah, mwah. That was beautiful. Come on. All my endgame study paying off. I've done a crap load of endgame study. Sorry. Okay. I have to enjoy myself. I've been on a terrible losing streak. So to have something like that happen was enjoyable. It's really nice to be able to put your technique into action after you study it for so long. Yeah, that was very enjoyable. I love endgame technique. Like actual theoretical ones. I once studied rook and bishop against rook for 3 weeks straight. I wasn't even streaming. I stopped streaming, and I think I stopped streaming, and I purely practiced rook and bishop. The computer having rook and bishop, I had the rook, and I studied. I played countless games against the computer, and I didn't stop until I could do it. Until I could draw 50 moves consecutively against the computer 3 games in a row. So 150 moves defending against Stockfish. That's how much I like to study theoretical endgames. There's a book on Chessable I read, Queen, it's Queen against Rook. That is so hard. That one day I'd love to master that, but that is so hard. Even super grandmasters regularly mess it up. Caruana has messed it up many times. I looked through his games. So super grandmasters mess it up constantly. Queen against Rook, but that's another. Yeah, one day I'd really like to master that. But that book is insane. It's a whole book, an entire course, an entire huge course on Queen versus Rook, and it's so incredibly difficult. It's like just studying that end game probably takes as much effort as it does to go in chess from unrated, like from 0 to 2000, or like that's how hard just that one end game is. Okay, I'm getting off topic here, but so Chess Raptor. So I have a video on this. I posted it about maybe a month ago or so, but the video is about how to pre-move queen against king. You only have to make one actual decision on your own, so that it should only take you 1 second, because every move is a pre-move, and that's what I didn't quite do it here, but I did most of it with the pre-moving. But yeah, if you have more time, like I technically had 3 seconds, but if you only had zero point 0.1 seconds, you need to do the pre-move technique. That's the thing. If I had 10 seconds here, I could do a more comfortable lazy approach. So it's really when you only have 1 or 2 seconds left, then you're obligated to pre-move. Yeah, the bishop and knight is very simple though. I have a video on that as well. I was thinking one day I might want to do that blindfolded. I might do that. What do you guys think? You think that would make it for a good video? Bishop and knight blindfolded. The thing is, I'm so slow. It would be a long video. Be like half an hour. Yeah, I studied bishop and knight forever, but queen and rook is 1,000 times harder than bishop and knight. 1,000 times harder. It's like learning a whole new chess, like a game called chess, but it's a different game. That's like how hard. That's how hard queen versus rook is. Abanoob, I don't organize studying chess. I'll usually focus on something at a different point. I haven't studied endgames in a while, but there was a point, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I did a lot of endgame study. I'm always doing opening study constantly. I do way too much opening study. It's an unhealthy amount of opening study. I read some books in the evening occasionally. Yeah, often before bed, I'm watching YouTube. Okay, let's look at that game. Thank you for all the questions, everybody. But guys, people don't understand, like the queen versus rook endgame was, it's insanity. Okay, so yeah, we had this, it's called the Bodler attack. Although he never played, actually, but he never played, usually people will play d3, so this can actually transpose to the Sozin Najdorf. Thank you, Chess Raptor. And so, yeah, here you can transpose into it. You can't force the transposition, but you can play a6, and then if d4, or they castle first, but let's just say d4 takes, then you've transposed to the Sozin, if you like to do that. But white has to agree to do it. They don't have to do that. They could castle and play d3 or just play d3. Then you're in the Bodler, but you're in an a6 Bodler. So I played e6, and yeah, so we played. So this is just a typical Bodler, and yeah, normally I don't play a6. Normally I play d5, but they're both fine. I change it up between them. And yeah, he played this knight h2. He wanted to play f4. It's the only thing that makes any sense. But this is the type of thing I played when I was like a kid. But it's usually not really good. It's a little slow for one thing. It takes 2 moves to get f4 in. And it does kind of weaken the king. And then also the knight is out of frame, right? Then you have to bring the knight back in later. So it's really timely, like it takes a lot of moves, right? It's essentially 3 moves to get f4 in, because you have to play knight h2, then f4, and then eventually the knight have to come back into the game. So it's like 3 moves to get f4 in. So it's a bit slow. Yeah. So I played d5, and played h6. And yes, so I was not worried about him taking on d5 because I was just going to recapture. Had he recaptured back, then we had this discovery, and we're up a piece for a pawn. Sorry, let me take a drink of water. But after I kind of forgot about things, so I brought in the knight, then played b5. I thought for a really long time here, so I'm really, really curious what the computer is going to suggest here. I considered letting him taking, but I felt slightly uncomfortable about that. And I thought maybe bishop. Actually, you know what? Another idea is here is rook a7. Maybe going for, yeah, rook a7 is interesting. I could have considered that. And then I just forgot that since his knight is no longer in h2, that this is now takeable because I don't have bishop takes h2 anymore. So I dropped a pawn. I was so angry at myself. And yeah, I didn't really know what to play here. I don't think I have many good options, so I traded queens. And I don't know what this was about. I guess he figured where else should he go, but that's, I don't know. Shouldn't he get more active? Or even let me take it? Because he is up a pawn. I don't know. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought, but maybe he can even come in here. Okay. And yeah, then yeah, so he dropped a pawn. I guess I got lucky here, hey? Yeah, so he shouldn't have moved it, I guess. Because I just get a pawn back. And yeah, took that. You see what I mean about his maneuver? With the knight on h2, then he has to spend a move bringing it back. Okay, sorry. So this was a little wishy-washy. The reason I played it again is because against rook c1, I wanted to play c4, but then I saw that he had e4, and I didn't really want. I mean, yes, I can come back, but I didn't quite like that. So I played f5 to stop e4. But I'm not. I don't really want to push pawns if I don't have to. So I was a little worried, like he just brings in his knight right away and like targets it or something. So I got a little bit scared about the f5 move. And I think this is, I don't know if it's a mistake. Maybe it's not a mistake, but I don't know. It feels like a mistake because my light squares are strong here. And yeah, okay. So, and then here, so there's pawns on both sides of the board, which should favor the bishop in an endgame, right? But as I said at the time, I'm pretty, like, I think my endgame is pretty good. And so I like, if his knight is on the board, I was also a bit low on the clock here. I didn't really want to have to calculate all of his forky forks. So I took it off, and I also have the majority here on the queen side. So I thought that might be good for me. Yeah, and so I took his knight, and I think he definitely did not play this super well, especially later on. So I was just trying to get pass pawn potential here. So here we have pass pawn. Now he pushed the pawn. I think this might be a mistake. Yeah, it has to be a mistake because he lets my king get active. So I thought he should maybe bring in his king. Maybe rook c1. But yeah, I thought he should probably get his king active here. But yeah, this lets my king get active, and black has to be better here. Yeah, this is just all too slow. And here I was really getting low on the clock. I was considering. I guess I could have played rook a1. Rook a8 might have been best here, actually. He can't push because I take, and I'm threatening to get really active here. This might have been best, but I was down to seconds here. I think I had like 40 seconds, or maybe I had more than that, but didn't have much time. But this was also good. Just trying to create passed pawns on both sides. And yeah, I took. So yeah, this was a interesting try. I was considering giving a check because then I win this pawn, but I wasn't sure about, you see that? See, that might have been problematic. So I took because my thinking at the time was, well, it's one fewer pawn I have to worry about, and I'm up an extra pawn. So that's what I did. And then I'm just trying to, again, create another passed pawn on the other side, which is what I did. And so these pawns are a little bit annoying for him to have to deal with both. I pushed here. I don't know about this. I was so short on time here, but I think he can just take here, right? So had he taken on c3, I probably would have played rook h2, and then he could bring his king back. And I'm not sure about this ending. I think I'm better. I'm not sure though. So maybe rook g8. I'm probably winning there. I'm not sure, but yeah, this I don't know. This felt wrong though. Rook h1 did. And yeah, now I'm just gobbling all these pawns. I had to give a couple back, but now we have a Philidor. And so the easiest way to deal with a Philidor, or at least to prevent it, is technically it's not a Philidor yet, is you cut off the king. In order for the Philidor to work, so he has the rook on the right rank, but the king actually has to be in front of the pawn or directly adjacent to it. So his king ultimately needs to go to one of these three squares to defend against the Philidor. So to cut it off, he can never get a Philidor, as far as I understand. So you cut it off. If you have the opportunity to cut off the king, you cut it off, and then he has no more Philidor. And so he did a good attempt at defending. I'm not sure if he should go from behind, but so I just keep his king cut off, and then you zigzag your king up. So because you want the pawn to push, but you need to use this as shelter for the king to move up the board. You don't want to move the rook because, again, the rook is cutting off the king. So you don't want to move the king straight up because you're going to lose a pawn. So you have to do this little zigzag to escort the pawn up the board, which is what I did. But what I loved about this is I was playing these moves like so quickly. I was nailing it. Once the pawn gets to the 7th rank, it's now a Lucina, and you have to build a bridge. And the only way to do that, technically there's other ways to actually win, by the way. In a Lucina, you don't have to build a bridge, but it's the most well-known way to do it. So you build a bridge, you put a rook on the 4th rank, specifically the 4th rank. It can't be the 5th rank. It has to be the 4th rank for reasons I won't bother explaining here. And then you bring the king up the board, and then you do this little zigzag again. And the point of putting it on the 4th rank, as you will see, it's the exact amount of distance where after you zigzag here, you block with the rook. So it's the exact amount of, if you do it on any other rank, then his king can come in, I think, afterwards. I think that's why. So, or it could get attacked and then, yeah, but there's specific reasons why. And so then you after you get in this position, then you block with the rook, you take, and his king is one square too far. So, and that's also why in the Lucina, you have to have this checking distance of at least one file away from, so you need, this king has to be an extra file away from this pawn. You can't just cut it off like this. If your rook is here and the king is here, it's going to be too close. So this king is as close as it can be. And you see that here. If the king was any closer, then it would be able to stop it. So this is all just standard technique. And then I employed the 1 second pre-move technique, which I learned from Amon Hambleton. Now, everyone knows how to win against queen and king, but to pre-move it is a different story. To pre-move the win, completely different story. And so I have a whole other video about that, so I won't talk about it here. But so this was all just pre-moves. I didn't waste any time. Look at my clock. Let me just go back again. So look at my clock here, 3.2 seconds. And so I didn't spend any time because I need that time. Once I got into the back rank, then actually this was still all pre-moves. I thought I spent time here, but this was all pre-moves. I pre-moved the whole damn thing. Holy crap. Okay. So I'm curious, how much time did I have at the beginning of all that? Even here I had 3.2 seconds. Holy shit. Did I pre-move everything? How much did I pre-move? I can't believe I pre-moved that much. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. This is not the analysis board. Oh, face palm. It just showed the final clock time. I'm sorry about that. So let's jump here. So here I had 34 seconds. This required thinking though at this point. So once we got to this position, I had 19.8. I cut him off. Did this little Lucina. No, I didn't pre-move here because I don't know if you can pre-move. So I didn't pre-move. I hovered. I did the hover technique. I was spending like half a second per move. Then I get down to 11.7, 10.1. Yeah, I think it's too dangerous to pre-move, right? Because he could do something silly like this, right? So you can't pre-move here. And I get really low on the clock, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Okay. So I had 4.2 seconds. This is why knowing this pre-move queen technique is so useful. 4 seconds. Can you do it in 4 seconds? It's not a lot of time, right? So, and this was all pre-move from here on. So from here to the rest of the game, I spent a total, because what did I finish with? Like 3.6? So I spent half a second from here to checkmate. It's not too bad, right? Not too bad. Half a second. Can you mate? You think you can mate here in half a second? Maybe. But for this old man to do it, feels good. Okay. Because I have 4.2 seconds here and I finished with, I think, 3.6 or 3.4. So this was all pre-moves. And you can't stalemate them with this technique. And yeah, no, okay, so 3.2. So what was that? 1 second. So I spent exactly 1 second from here. 1 second from here to checkmate. Not too bad. Okay. I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. The great game to finish with. That was such a pleasant finish. The end game technique. Oh, beautiful. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. I might be back tomorrow. But you probably won't see me Wednesday or Thursday or Friday because I'm actually getting surgery. I'm getting, kind of some big surgery done. So I might stream tomorrow. Otherwise, you might not see me for it might not be like 6 days or something. So wish me well in the recovery if you don't see me before then. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. See you next time.